morning, everybody. My name is Pavin Tershiloti. Today I will be reviewing a book named Heroes of Olympus at the House of Hades. The Heroes of Olympus is a series continuing from Percy Jackson, which is continued from the last Olympian, which is the 5th edition of the Percy Jackson series. This series, I believe, has 5 books. This is the 4th edition. The 5th will be published in October this year. So, it is mainly about Greek mythologies mixed with modern technology and how people live their lives today. So, what is the main point that is in the Heroes of Olympus series? It is said that this prophecy is the main point of how or the summary of the adventures of the demigods. The prophecy says 7 half-bloods. Half-bloods means demigods. Demigods is a hybrid between a god and a human. Shall answer the call. That means like go somewhere. And to storm or fire the world must fall. An oath to keep with a final breath and foes their arms to the doors of death. Those doors of death, this is like a door for somebody, which I think is like death, the god of death. When people die, death comes to collect their soul. So this is a short way to come back from the underworld. Next, the outline of the presentation. First, I would like to give a brief introduction about the Heroes of Olympus series, the characters, the plot, summary, interesting phase, or I guess the philosophy in this book, and why should you read this? This is what is really important. Why should you read this? First, the Heroes of Olympus. This is the House of Hades. Everything in this takes place in Italy, or in Venice or Rome. The author is M6BR Khem. The book is about 600 pages long of pure text. That means you will have to use a lot of your imagination. This is one point why you should read this. It very much practices your understandings of English. If you do not have quite good understanding enough, then the image that you imagine will somehow not make sense at all. Next, the main characters. First, we have the very famous Percy Jackson, or Perseus Jackson. He is a son of Poseidon. Poseidon is the Poseidon is the god of the sea. Annabeth Chase, this is Percy Jackson's girlfriend. She is a daughter of Athena. She is very sharp, she is very bright. And here is this. This man right here is a son of Hephaestus. He can control flames and create flames from his own hands, from his bare hands. And Hypermethine, she is a daughter of Aphrodite. She could charm speak people to do something that she wants. And Frangen, she is the son of Mars. Mars is Ares, or the god of war. Mars is called in the Roman mythology. And Jason Grace, he is the son of Jupiter, or Zeus in Greek. He is quite powerful, but none of these is powerful as Percy Jackson. And last is Hazel, daughter of Pluto, or daughter of Hades, or the god of underworld. She has a curse with her, which is ability as well. She could pull precious metal out of the earth. Now, the story starts right here. So, right now they're going over here. Their destination, last destination that will end in the 5th edition, is Greece, or Athens. So, when they come from here, from the last book, from the journey around here, they meet many mythical creatures and villains as well. So, as you see, it's said that once they met Hercules right here, but as we know, we might think that Hercules from our daily understandings is a hero, but actually in this In this series, in this story, Hercules is not a good person at all. He has good and bad things, bad habits. So, the philosophy I think is very, very interesting is people see what they want to see. It is a very, very common thing that we see in our daily lives, because if we want to use people, we are working with people as well. We need to understand how they see the world. And if we want them to understand us, we have to understand them more than they understand us. So we should try to understand people at most before we try to work with them. And in the Greek mythologies, it's like the underworld, Olympus, and the human realm. This, like the hell, heaven, and the human world. But it is said that there is no heaven for people. Heaven is only a place for gods. But in the end, when everything, even monster people die, they all go to the underworld. But the monsters go to Tartarus, which is the darkest corner of the underworld, which is an existence as well. But the humans go to another place in the underworld. The underworld has fields of asphodel, the punishment field, and Elysium. In each field, right here, in these three each field, people will go to them according to their doings when they're alive. And the next is the origins of existence. It is said that the world comes into shells, so it goes from the god world, which is Olympus, then goes down to the human realm, and goes deeper. As you go deeper, you come closer to nothingness. And why should you read this? I think it is very good to understand Greek and Romans, because this is a base of how we think our today philosophy. And this is good for people to stay as a social. And it has many formats of how people to say things. Like, you could experience many interesting phrases on how to say it in the day. So, thank you.